All right, today we are going to learn how to take apart and restring a STIHL FS-38 weed trimmer. As you can see, mine is pretty dirty, but I was weeding the lawn and yep, it's time to go ahead and do this. So with that being said, first things first is you want to go ahead and unscrew it. And I will say, if you ever have issues with these caps and whatnot, these do get worn down pretty fast and you'll have to eventually order a replacement part, but don't worry, they are cheap, but I mean, you get what you get. This is one of the cheaper models. So with that, after you unscrew it, you got this part right here, and then you're just going to go ahead and pop in, move with your thumbs, and then you're going to go ahead and pop out. Now, this is also a great opportunity to go ahead and clean out debris. I just give it some taps and make sure there's nothing crazy in there. Sometimes I'll blow it out. All depending, it's just get more stuff out of there, the better it is. Now, as you can see mine, I just kind of wound it up bad. So there is some string still left in there, but for the purpose of this, there's not much. So this would have gone out pretty fast, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and then we're gonna redo this. Okay, what's really important is when you restring, find the holes that the string goes into, and you can see them right there. It's pretty hard for me to point, but right there is where the holes are, and that's where you're gonna feed the string into, and then you're gonna wrap it. And you need to make sure that you end up wrapping it in a way where it doesn't cinch down on each other, otherwise it's gonna have a hard time feeding through. But let's go ahead and do that. So for me, this is what I picked up. It's just your typical string. There's different sizes. This one's a 2.44 millimeter, and we're gonna go ahead and use that and then restring. All right, so some people like to actually cut the string to the size that they want. Me personally, I just leave it on the spool and then I go for it. Now, with that being said, you always want to feed the bottom first. And also make sure it's on the right position, you know, so that way you see the still and everything up top. That's how you know it's up top. You want to feed the bottom one first, so that way you can clip it in, because if you feed the top one first, you're not going to be able to wrap the other one around. So find that hole, and hopefully I can get it on the camera for you. You're going to find that hole, and then you're going to shove that string in the hole. And this is difficult while trying to film, but there, boom. So it's in the hole, and then you're just simply going to wrap. And make sure, like I said, you try to wrap evenly so that way you don't get cinched down on each other later on and you'll have trouble with the line feeding out. I'm trying to find a good angle because this is difficult trying to do while filming, but when I say that, I'm talking about you are turning this, the actual receiver, and not turning the line. Otherwise, you can kind of get, like I said, everything twisted up, which is not what you want. So yes, it's a little bit slower than just individually wrapping around the line, but it's going to work out better in the long run. Now, it's important not to fill it up too high, otherwise you're going to be in a world of hurt. Just take my word for that. And then you're going to grab your pliers, hopefully you got some pliers nearby, and then you're going to go ahead and cut it off at a desired length. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and stick that in the slot, and luckily this one has slots dependent, like I put it in the 2.4, just really any slot works, but I always like using the desired one. After doing that, you're going to go ahead and now do the bottom one. Clip in, same thing, cut the desired length, and boom, there you go. That's one part done. Now let's see if I can adjust the camera so you can figure out how to put this in. Okay, from there, and I'm trying to make sure I don't block the light here so you can actually see, you're gonna go ahead and guide these in. Once again, these are stuck in the slots, so that way, you know, you don't gotta worry about trying to hold it and it coming undone. Find one hole, stick it in. Find the other hole, stick it in. Now you got two sides sticking out. And then, you want to try to even split them. And then you can go ahead and pop it off. This is probably one of the most difficult parts for me. All right, once you pop it in, then you just go ahead and push down, and then you're good to go. And then you're good to go to tie it back on to your line. And that's next. All right, I'm doing it a little bit different than I normally do it, so forgive me for any mistakes. But then once you do that, you'll go ahead and pop it back on, hold it down with one thumb, take your cap, put your cap on, start spinning, and boom, you're good to go.